Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share with you guys how I meal prep for my husband and I for the work week. This includes lunches, breakfast, and a snack box that you'll see. And I'm also going to share with you guys an update to my Weight Watchers journey. I am officially 1 month in, and I'm so excited to share with you guys my progress so far and to share with you my thoughts on the program. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. Hey friends, today is Sunday and I forgot to film our dinner last night. We had a birthday dinner for my mom and my husband and I both had spaghetti with meat sauce. I had some Caesar salad. I don't think my husband had any. And then we both, I think, had one piece of garlic bread. So it was definitely a treat meal dinner. It was quite point heavy, but you know what? It's birthday, so what are you gonna do? So we did that, and then we got a piece of cake, and I had a couple bites of it. I don't think my husband had any. We originally got it like for Elias to have a couple bites, but he didn't really want it, so I ended up having a few bites of that. And that was it. And then we did actually both have an ice cream sandwich when we came home because we wanted a little bit of a treat. So, you know, that's what your weekly points are for. So there goes. So today is Sunday, like I said. We're heading off to church. We already ate breakfast. I forgot to share it with you guys. I just made 3 scrambled eggs, and I used coconut oil spray in the pan and then seasoned them with salt and pepper. Once they were done cooking, because I wanted to give Elias some, I added a little bit of garlic powder to mine and just like a sprinkle of cheese. So again, I don't count those like small little sprinklings of cheese unless I do them more than once. If I start doing them, like say if I have it twice a day, then I'll count it as 1 point. But that's pretty much it. So that's where we are so far. I'm still feeling a little bit hungry. I have my coffee here, and then I also did bring the other half of this chocolate Slim Fast. So this would be 2 points if I drink it. I don't know if I'm going to drink it, but I just bring it with me just in case. And then I did also bring a little brownie, because today at our church we're celebrating Pastor's Appreciation, which is in the month of October. So we usually celebrate it the first week of the month, and we're gonna have cake. And I am gonna try not to eat cake since I ate cake last night. So I thought I would bring a little brownie for myself if I feel like I want to kind of celebrate in that way. And those are 2 points, so that's really handy. Yeah, so we're gonna get off to church, and Elias is excited to see Dada. He did eat some eggs this morning, which is really good. He's been eating eggs pretty much every morning this week. We've just been making scrambled eggs really simply, and he... Do you like your eggs, Bubba? Oh, they're good. Okay. So we're gonna head off to church now, and I'll share with you guys what we have for lunch and dinner, and I have some meal prep to get done tonight as well. Hey guys, we are back home from church. It's 1:45. I did not drink either my Slim Fast or eat the brownie, so pretty good. I'm doing really well on points. I only had 1 point, which was just my coffee. I think Elias went to get Kiki out of her pen. Let me go help him. I have his puppy, and I'm gonna make some lunch. Did you get sister out? Go ahead, open up. Go ahead. Can you open it? There you go. Pull. Pull, pull, pull. Good job. Good job. She's out. Good job. Yay! I think I've shared this before, but this is like his chore, is to let Kiki out of her pen. Come on, let's go take sister out to potty. Oh my gosh, you guys. How can mama walk like this? How can mama walk like this? Come on. You're a silly boy. Let's get sister outside. Come on, sister. Come on, Moose. Let's go, hurry up. Come on. Come on, Kiki. Hurry up. She's being naughty. Kiki. All right, friends, we're having the same lunch as yesterday, except we're both going to have our own bag of pop chips today. I already started eating mine. These are the sea salt ones. My hubby's going to have the sea salt ones also. And these are 4 points for a bag. and they're totally worth it. I did not quite get full yesterday, so that's why I'm going with a whole bag today, and I might have a yogurt after, depending on what I'm feeling like, but that's going to be lunch. Elias is having some chicken nuggets, and he's having a fruit pouch, and then we're also both having these black cherry seltzers from Walmart. They're super good. So that's going to be lunch today. All right, friends, it is 3:15, just about. Elias has been down for a nap for about 45 minutes, a little, like, give or take a few minutes. And I was going to go take a nap. My husband's going to nap, but we have, my bobby pin's making a funny light. We have someone coming over to look at our fence and hopefully give us a quote to repair it because we're in desperate need. We've actually needed to get our fence fixed ever since we moved in, and we just have not made it that big of a priority. We did the fence on this side, which is like, yeah, which is between our neighbor, but we haven't done the fence on this side, and so we need to get it done. I want to get it done before it starts like raining and storming and stuff like that, because that's when I get really nervous. We haven't had any issues with the fence falling over or anything, but it could happen. So neither of us are napping now, and I figured I would go ahead and get our meal prep done for the week and clean up the house a bit. The house has kind of been a mess because things have just been so hectic over the last couple of weeks, with my grandma passing and her celebration of life party that we had, and then this weekend has been my mom's birthday and fall stuff, and I was over with my family, like kind of looking through my grandma's belongings, so some of that stuff came over here. It's just been hectic, and of course working full-time and having a toddler, so none of it is, you know, easy. But I decided to go through our pantry a little bit, which is behind me, and my husband had gone to Sam's Club this week. I placed a order for pickup, so he picked up the groceries for me on Friday, and I just went through and kind of put everything away. We have a couple more things coming that I forgot to add to the pickup order, so they'll be delivered later this week, and I'm kind of making homes for them. So Elias is going to have more applesauce pouches, so there's a little like hole in the back of this cabinet for those. These are going to go to daycare for their Halloween party, and they're just sitting in here for now so we don't forget. Fingers crossed. I also have like a hole down here. This is our powdered peanut butter, which is super great and definitely like a point saver. We just started Weight Watchers, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but we did. Well, obviously you guys have seen our points. So this is going to be our second week on Weight Watchers, and this is our first grocery like shopping trip since starting. So I'm just kind of reorganizing things for that. And sort of trying to get rid of like boxes and things like that. Well, hello. I don't like having boxes of food items as much as I can help it, or like big packages. So like these Cheez-Its, I'm gonna put into a little container like this and store that. This I'm gonna do something with, probably put these in a baggie or something. It's like 6 Oreos down here. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just working on organizing the pantry a little bit and getting some of that stuff taken care of. And then I also figured I would go ahead and get our meal prep done while Elias is taking a nap, because that way once he wakes up, we can just have family time. My husband can take a nap if he needs to, and I can just be up with Bubba. So I made myself a pumpkin cream cold brew. If you don't know how to make this at home, super cheap. I'm going to link the video. It's so easy. It takes like 2 minutes. It's so good. So I froth my creamer, which is why it looks like that. Oh, it's so perfect. It's so good. The frothing the creamer is, I think, the secret weapon to get your coffee house style. So good. Okay, so for our meal prep this week, I boiled a bunch of eggs this morning. Voila. So I'm going to be making deviled eggs. We had hard-boiled eggs as a snack last week, but I'm feeling deviled eggs this week. They're a little more like, just a little bit more, you know. And then I'm also going to make an egg bake, like a little casserole for our breakfast for this week. And I think I'm going to use either ground turkey or this chicken apple sausage that I have. The chicken apple sausage is, I think, 2 points for 1 link. I think that's right. So if you do like half a link or say a third of a link, then it's like 1 point in your breakfast. And then I'm going to do eggs and probably some bell peppers in that and bake it all in the oven. So, and then, you know, cut it out. So we have it portioned out well for the week ahead. And I'm going to do our snack boxes. So in our snack boxes, we're going to have some pretzels. I started on these ones just to clear out a container. So we're going to either have pretzel sticks or these pretzels over here. The pretzel sticks are definitely less points. That serving of pretzel sticks was, I think, 2 points. It's like 30 pretzel sticks, which they're so low in points. So it's either 1 or 2 points. But it's like nothing. And then we'll do deviled eggs with that and some carrots. And if we want like nut butter, I'll add that too. I usually include a little serving of like peanut butter into our lunches just to have that with either a banana or apples or pretzels this week. So we'll have that, and then I'll probably also include a cheese stick for the snack boxes. So that will be like a 3-point snack. And then for lunches, my thought was that I was going to do meatballs and veggies, and zoodles is what I had here, but I don't think I got any zoodles this week. I have a couple of bags in the freezer, but it's not going to be enough for both my husband and I. I'm okay with the meatballs by themselves with just like a little bit of marinara sauce, a little sprinkling of cheese and veggies. That's a good lunch for me. So I'll probably do a little bit of either the zoodles for my husband, or I'll make him some pasta to go with his. And then I'm also gonna prep some ground turkey because we're gonna have tacos on Tuesday and we're gonna do rigatoni on Wednesday. So the rigatoni I could actually prep and get put all together and either pop it in the freezer and be able to just stick that, you know, take it from the freezer into the oven, or just put it in the oven or put it in the refrigerator until Wednesday. You guys don't, I need a nap. I'm like stumbling over my words like nobody's business, but it's Sunday and I'm just gonna power through so that we can get some good family time in a little later. So I'm gonna get started on the breakfast bake right now. Alright guys, so before I started meal prep, I did go ahead and organize some snacks. This container did not quite work for our Cheez-Its, so I had to get a larger one, and I transferred those over. Elias now actually will go into the cabinet and just pull out this container whenever he wants a snack. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's pretty cute either way. So that is all ready to go, and I got some packaging out of the way. So now I'm going to start on the frittata. I believe I used 18 eggs for this. This carton of eggs here is actually from Sam's Club. It's 60 eggs, and you guys, we went through that in like a week and a half, not even kidding. So we eat a lot of eggs on Weight Watchers because they're 0 points, and they're so great for breakfast obviously, but also for snacks. You can make a dinner out of them, all kinds of good stuff. So here I'm just
Hey friends, I hope you're loving the video so far. We have a lot of meal prep left to go, but before we get back into it, I just want to remind you to subscribe if you are new here. Alright guys, back to the prep.
When I make eggs, so that's what I added here. And then I'm also cutting up some chicken apple sausage to go into the frittata. So these are actually 2 points for 1 link. So the whole package is 8 points. Sorry about that. So the whole package is 8 points, and obviously you just divide that up over how many servings you're going to have, and it's a pretty low breakfast meat option, which we really like, and they do add a little bit of sweetness to your frittata. Alright, I decided to add a couple more eggs just to round out the frittata and give it a little bit more. Then I'm just whisking everything up really well. And of course adding a little more seasoning. I like to have my eggs that are well seasoned, so I go pretty heavy on the seasoning. Then I added in the chicken apple sausage, and I also went ahead and chopped up a bell pepper
to add to the frittata as well. And the great thing about an egg frittata is that you can add whatever vegetables you like, so whatever you happen to have on hand or whatever your family prefers is really great for this, and everything bakes up really well. I also have actually made one more recently where I sauteed all of the vegetables first, and I actually like that a little better than just doing the raw vegetables in with the egg mixture. So I would recommend that, to saute your vegetables first and then add them in with the eggs and whatever protein you're going to use. Alright guys, so this is ready for my pan. I did spray my pan with some cooking spray to make sure the eggs didn't stick. Then I just poured everything in. And then I did top it off with some cheese because you can't really have good eggs without cheese, I don't think. So I went ahead and measured out the cheese and added just a bit on the top, and there it is, ready to go into the oven.
Alright guys, so these meatballs are from Walmart. They are 6 meatballs for 4 points. And then so I have a couple in this little bag. So I'm gonna count out our servings. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing, I think, wait, how many? 9 lunches? Okay, so I need 9 lunches, 5 for me, 4 for my hubby. That's a lot of meatballs. Okay, so 3, 5, 6. Alright, so I'm just gonna pour them out and go from there. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 36. Okay. Okay guys, so I have a little bit extra, but that's fine. I can just do a couple more in my hubby's lunches. Because I think it's like 6 meatballs for 4 points, but then if you want like 7 meatballs, it's 5 points or something like that. It's like, yeah, he looked it up the other day. I just knew the 6 for 4 points because that's how many I would be eating. And it's a pretty filling lunch for me, just fat and veggies. So I'm gonna put these in the oven. I'm just gonna do 15 minutes for these guys. Alright friends, and I also grabbed green beans. I grabbed 2 bags out of the freezer, so I'm gonna bake them. I'm gonna steam them in the microwave. Alright, so our deviled eggs are next. I just have a plate out to put the eggs on. I'm going to put the yolks into this bowl, and the combo that I do is mustard, a little bit of relish, and then salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder, and that's it. Easy.
Okay friends, so I pulled everything out for the deviled eggs, and I had already gotten the eggs ready to go as far as making the deviled eggs. So here I am just going to start cracking all of the shells and getting them cleaned off and ready to go. I'll be honest, I am not the best as far as it goes with cracking eggshells. So if you have any tips for me, let me know. I've tried, I feel like, everything under the sun. I do the whole ice bath, and rinse and all that good stuff, and nothing seems to work to make them come off really easily, but it just is what it is. I find that it's easiest for me if they're still a little bit warm when I take the shells off, and they had cooled down pretty significantly at this point because we had been at church all day. So not my best time with the eggs, but hey, had to get it done one way or the other. Alright guys, so I have all my eggs done, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut them in half. Some of them did split a little bit, so I didn't quite have like an equal number of deviled eggs as the eggs that I cooked, which that always happens. So I do, well, not always, but it tends to happen. So I do usually prepare a couple of extras just in case. And I find if I have like a couple of eggs that don't quite fit the bill to be deviled eggs, I'll end up making something like tuna or chicken with eggs or egg salad or something as a lunch one day, and I'll use up the eggs that way, or I'll just have them as a snack too. That works. And also Kiki really likes hard-boiled eggs too, so sometimes we'll give those to her for dinner. So anyway, I'm just adding all of the ingredients to this bowl. The yolks are in there, and I'm seasoning them and adding the mustard, relish, and garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. I don't use any mayonnaise in my deviled eggs, and I honestly don't find that you miss it. I find that the texture is creamy enough with just the mustard. I use a spicy brown mustard and a yellow mustard, and that is pretty significant, or should I say sufficient for us for our deviled eggs. Alright guys, so now it's just time to fill the eggs, and I just go ahead and scoop it out with a little spoon and fill them up, and then that is that. Super easy, definitely a go-to snack for us because they're high in protein, they're really easy, they keep really well, and they're pretty tasty, so it makes you feel like you're getting a little bit of a treat.
My life, y'all. Alright guys, so for our snack boxes, I have pretzel sticks, deviled eggs. Some of them have Cheez-Its because I ran out of pretzel sticks. Mine have these pretzel thins. My husband is not a fan of them. There's kind of too much stuff on them. They're the everything but the bagel pretzel thin. I love them. I think they're such a good little snack. For 8 of them, it is 2 points. So the serving size is, I think, like 4 or 5 points, but it's a lot of the pretzels, so I just did enough for 2 points, and it filled up this little container, so this is a pretty good amount for me. I usually eat about 4 in a sitting, and I have it alongside something, so I'll also add a cheese stick in here, and then I need to cut up our carrots and add those to the boxes also, and that will be a pretty hearty little snack for us. Alright friends, so here's the frittata. It is all done. It probably got a little too cooked on the edges here, but that's okay. The edges, I mean, the top kind of gets a little crispy because there's cheese on it, so that kind of happens, but you can see how tall it is. It like fills up the whole pan, so it's going to be a pretty hearty breakfast. I cut it into 9 servings because my hubby works 4 days and then I work 5, so I just figured that kind of made the most sense to go ahead and cut it up into how many pieces we would need for the week. And I'm almost done with everything else. The meatballs are out. I need to put them in our containers. I need to add green beans, and then I am making some pasta for the meatballs as well. I think I'm going to do a little bit of pasta in mine, and then my husband will get a serving of pasta. So I'll probably do like a 1/4 cup or something in mine, just a little something to kind of eat with the meatballs, and then we'll have the green beans, and that will be that. The snack boxes are already done, and they look really good. There's a bunch in here already, but this is what they look like. So either pretzel thins, pretzels, or Cheez-Its. We have deviled eggs, string cheese, and carrots. And then we'll put our lunches. Will go probably on this shelf. I need to move these eggs, kind of consolidate them. That's the only hard thing about getting this many eggs. It's really hard to consolidate such a big container. And what else was I going to say? We also have puddings. These we really like as like an after dinner snack. They're 2 points. And if you add a little bit of whipped cream, the spray whipped cream, it doesn't add any points. So it's a good 2-point little snack. I also really like these Greek yogurts. They're 2 points as well. And these are super good. I love to actually put the raspberry one in the freezer for a few minutes. Add about a teaspoon of mini chocolate chips and then some whipped cream, and it's like a really decadent little dessert there. So that's what I have going for meal prep this week. Alright guys, our lunches are done, so I'm just gonna pack these up. I did half a cup of pasta in my lunches up here, and then there's a cup of pasta in my husband's. We have the same number of meatballs for, well, I did 7 in a couple of my husband's just because we had a couple left over, and then I did 6 meatballs in mine. So for 6 meatballs, it's 4 points, and then half a cup of pasta is, I think, 2 or 3 points. I gotta double check, hang on. Okay, guys, so half a cup of pasta is 3 points, and I think the 1 cup was 5 points. So I am going to count 4 points plus 4. So this will be an 8-point lunch, which is kind of high for me, but our breakfast is really low in points, so I think that's going to be fine. This is probably a good point value for my husband for lunches because he gets more points than I do. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and box these up, put them in the fridge, and Elias woke up a couple of minutes ago, so that's going to be the end of my meal prep time. All right, friends, here is our Sunday night dinner. We decided to do breakfast for dinner, so I made waffles. These waffles are 2 for 7 points. Elias is just throwing his waffle off of his high chair. No, here, let me have that. You don't know what's good. You're only 1. Okay, and then I made scrambled eggs, which of course are 0. I topped my waffle with a little bit of syrup, and then these baked apples that are baked in cinnamon, water, and then just a little bit of brown sugar and some whipped cream. So that is dinner for tonight. All right, guys, I'm making some coffee right now, so if you hear that, that's what's going on. But it's officially been 1 month since we've been doing Weight Watchers, so we're 4 weeks in. We're going into week 5 right now, and I just thought I would share with you guys a little update and kind of what we're liking about it, my progress personally, and what we're going to do moving forward. So first off, I'm going to share with you guys my weight changes, so what I'm weighing right now, and we'll kind of go forward from there. So let's take a look at my weigh-in for this week. Okay, so I did lose not quite half a pound this week, so it wasn't super great, but honestly, like, losing is still losing, so I'm still happy with that. As long as I'm not gaining or just, you know, staying like the same, that's pretty good. I do think I did a couple of things that I could work on and improve going into this week. I kept my points really low on my dailies throughout the week, and I feel like that may have not been the best because then I kind of made up for it with a bunch of weeklies on the weekend. So I want to try and just even out my points values throughout the week. So if that means having like a little bit, maybe of like a higher So that might mean having a little bit of a higher point day sometime during the week rather than on the weekend. That would be okay, but I do tend to have, like, we go on date nights on the weekend, and then we have kind of just like relaxed dinners on the weekends. So those can kind of add up and hurt me, I think, points wise. And then obviously I do my weigh-in on Monday, so it's seeing like kind of a spike in what the things that I've been eating. So I think that's one thing. Another thing is that I really need to drink more water. I have not been doing well with that. And I only did 3 workouts last week, so I really want to try and hit at least 5 in the week rather than 3. Like 4 to 5 is my goal. So I think 5 would be really good and really beneficial for me. My goal for as far as weight loss is between 25 and 30 pounds. So I don't have a ton of weight to lose, but I do want to get back below where I was before I got pregnant. When I got pregnant, I was at like the higher end of my weight range, and that was fine, but because it was still a healthy number for me, but I want to be a little lower than that and a little bit more healthy than that, I think. So those are my goals going into this week. I want to hit about 169 for next week, so that means I need to lose 2 pounds this week, and I think doing the things that I outlined would get me there and would be really beneficial. So that is kind of my status update for where we are or for where I am. And I just love the flexibility of the program. I think it's really awesome. Obviously, I'm not like a coach or anything, but I think it's really good and it's really flexible for your life, so you can still enjoy dates. You can eat normal food, but you just have to track it and count things. And I think that's something that is really manageable for pretty much anyone's lifestyle. So those are my thoughts with 1 month in on WW. Let me know if you guys want to see like continued progress updates, if you'd like to see them weekly or kind of at the end of these meal prep videos or things like that. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you've enjoyed the weekend with us, seeing what we're eating on Weight Watchers and doing some meal prep as well. It's been a busy weekend, but this is typically what our weekends look like. Lots of family time, as well as getting stuff done and starting Weight Watchers. I'm excited to share with you guys what we are doing and what our meals look like, because we like to eat. I mean, at least we like to indulge. So it's kind of nice to see how people do that and stick to their points and get their goals met at the same time. So I hope that this video gives you guys some encouragement and inspiration to know that what you're eating, especially if you're following Weight Watchers or WW, you are encouraged that you don't just have to eat like sugar-free, low-fat stuff all the time. You can have like good meals that are healthy and full of flavor, but help you stay on track and get you to your goal. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss a single video that I share, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a great day.